Hi everyone, and thanks for following me on this channel. We're entering a new year. I'm making this video just after Christmas in 2018, and I'm going to talk about vibration today because I'm going to give you a basic overview of what I understand vibration to be all about. Because when we're at the Christmas time, there's a fantastic energy, isn't there? The excitement of the kids, the sense of goodwill in the air at Christmas time generally, you know. Particularly on Christmas Eve, there's a special energy in the atmosphere that can only be found on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. A very special energy. It's both a spiritual energy, but it's also the energy of excitement, the energy of people coming together, the anticipation. The world feels for a short time to be quite a nice, happy, better sort of place. So that's all happening because of our energy that we're giving out, all of us. We're sending out a vibration of energy, a sense of joining together of our thoughts around the world. Even non-Christian people celebrate Christmas nowadays. So there's this sense of the festivities of Saturnium from the old times of before Christianity in Rome, and right back through history there's been this celebration at this time of the winter solstice and around this time of year. So it's a very special time, just astrologically, spiritually, and it always has been, and I think always will be. So I want to talk about this idea of vibration because it's a bit like a tuning fork. If you've ever struck a tuning fork and there's other tuning forks nearby, I think we did this in physics at school or something once, but you bing the tuning fork and other tuning forks nearby will start to resonate with the same sound as that tuning fork you've just struck. So it's like the sound is setting off the others to start working, just like when an opera singer can sing and crack a glass from the power of his vibration of his voice and the sound. So the world, I think, is a bit like this. It's like we're all like these tuning forks, and when there's a resonance of some sort, a vibration being sent out, it resonates with other people. We pick up the vibrations of each other, and collectively the whole world is giving out these feelings of vibration, this resonance, this reverberation that is running through all things. Now in the teachings of the Vedic teachings, which I'm very interested in, as you know, they talk about the idea that right at the very beginning that the vibration all kind of came from this idea of the prana vibrated. You know, this life force itself started to vibrate and create the multiplicity that we have in this existence. So basically the idea is that everything that exists is a vibration of some sort or other. You think about the universe itself, even in scientific terms, you know, it's all energy. It's all movement of energy of some sort, you know. I mean, on the atomic level, we basically got protons and spinning round, electrons spreading around protons and neutrons and so forth. And even if you go right into the depth of the smallest parts of the atom, you get quarks, strangeness, charm, all these other vibrations of energy that are all interacting in strange sort of ways. But it's like everything is vibrating together, and one thing is influencing another by this vibration of life, right, of the whole of existence. And according to the sort of mystical thoughts, you know, not only does matter vibration, but everything else is as well. Our thoughts are also a vibration. They're an energy field. And people like myself believe that the thoughts are not restricted to being just within the mind, you know. They extend outside of ourselves and influence the things around us. If we look at ourselves, we have a number of aspects to ourselves. I've talked about the koshas in some of my other videos. We have our physical body, which is one level of vibration. But there's all sorts of other things happening around this physical body. For example, we're giving out heat. If you were to take a photograph of me with a heat camera, you'd see streams of energy coming out of me, which is the heat coming from my body. There's also all different types of radiation coming from our bodies. There's also the electrical fields created by our but our nervous system. So even on a kind of physical type of level, we are multi-bodied. We are giving out all sorts of energies. And people like me believe there's also this prana energy, this life force energy that is also surrounding us. We call it the human aura. We are giving out another form of vibration, a higher level of vibration, which is our life itself. So there's no difference between the material and the spiritual in this case. You know, they're all just different levels of the vibration of the existence, right? So we have the body, we have the prana, we have the thoughts. And our thoughts and feelings also spread out, just like that aura and that prana field spreads out from us. So does all our thoughts and feelings, right? Right now, in this present time, and in the future. These things extend into the past, the present, and the future. We have this interconnection, this mycelium of energy, I've called it before, like an interconnected web that spreads out from ourselves around the world, and also, I believe, spreads into the past through our memories, our past lives, and the vibrations. You know, I spoke the other week about this idea of the vritis and the samskaras, the idea that we have energies that connect us to past lives and the future too, because our thoughts are interconnecting to make the future happen as well. It's like nothing can happen without first having a thought about it, can it? You know, if a footballer wants to kick the football into the goal, he's got to first see it in his mind that he's going to kick that football and it's going to go and hit the goal, right? Go in the goal, hopefully, you know, because we have to visualize it first. So we are sending out visualizations into the cosmos and also receiving things from the past. So our thoughts, I say, are things. They are levels of vibration. And thoughts can be light or heavy too, can't they? I mean, some thoughts can be very ponderous and unpleasant, you know? They can pull people down. Thoughts of hatred are heavy and pull us down. They have a lower vibration. Some thoughts are uplifting, happy, cheerful, full of love. Those things lift our vibration. So there's this idea of levels of vibration within ourselves and within everything. In the human body, it's expressed with this idea of the chakras, the light that goes up the spine. The lower chakras, the base of the spine, are those more heavy energies, those more earthbound energies. Those energies are about power, about sex, about achievement, about wanting, and sometimes with things like jealousy and anger, and all those are on the lower vibrations of our body. And then we can come up through the creative expressions, through the spine, in the spinal cord itself. All these vibrations are held there. You know, the creative things, the happy things, the loving things, the kindness towards other things, the family things, as we move up towards the spiritual things that appear in our third eye and our crown chakra. You know, we all exist on these multiple levels, and you can tell what a person's vibration is like by seeing what things they focus on in life. You know, if they're focusing on, say, power all the time, then their vibration is very much linked with the lower chakras, you know, and that's where they're coming from in life. You know, if they're very highly spiritually alive people, then their energy is probably centered on the higher chakras. It's not a firm and fast rule, this, but these are the type of ways we can see that vibration is working within each of us as individuals, and we can see in the people around us too. And another strange thing about these vibrations is that they go out and they can infuse the world around us. This is why, like when I demonstrate, for example, psychometry, I can hold an object and tell a lot about the previous owners of that object and things that have happened around that object, because as we send out these energies, they get absorbed in things. So certain places, for example, can be highly spiritually charged because there's been highly spiritual people there. Some of the places that are holy where yogis or saints have lived, you know, have often been places of pilgrimage because others go there to feel the vibrations of the great men and women that lived in these places, you know, whatever religion. And by going there and connecting and going with a sense of spiritual openness and divine seeking, they actually help to increase, and that energy from that holy person that's been there can become a catalyst for even greater vibrations. So some places can be deeply holy, you know, whether it be a church or a temple, or it be whatever holy place, or a place like Stonehenge even, you know, you can still feel the vibrations of ancient times there that we connect with and can be uplifted by, and also help uplift each other. So there's this idea of vibration in things, you know, which, like I say, can be read in an object sometimes. When I hold an object and talk about it, I see the memories of the past flash through my mind and describe the people that owned it. And, you know, hopefully can often get those confirmed by people who know the history of the object. This also can be the case sometimes with ghosts, because one theory is that ghosts are not conscious beings like the spirit is, but ghosts are just the memories left in an atmosphere around us, that, you know, negative things might have happened, and we might see, you know, terrible beheadings that happened in a place where beheadings happened and so forth, and we think of it as a ghost, but we're unravelling the memory of that place. But in my own case, when I work as a medium, I have to connect my inner vibrations, my thoughts. I've got to raise my inner vibration to be able to connect with people in the spirit world. Because when we die, we simply move to another level of existence, which I would say is a higher level of vibration than this earthly existence. Matter is a fairly low level of vibration. It's a very solid, not very fluid thing. The spirit world is different. Its matter of the spirit world is a higher vibration, so it's much more fluid. And when a medium communicates with those in the spirit world, what we have to do is raise our vibration, we say. We have to bring our vibration up to a point so that we're kind of, you know, to do mediumship, we have to kind of be in a cheerful, open, you know, that light mood I talked about, you know, that lightness that comes with cheerfulness, happiness. That's why mediumship is always a happy thing, even though you're dealing with death, because you lift your mind into that sort of happy state of awareness, that joyful, loving almost state. And then a bridge is built between the medium and the people in the spirit world. And that bridge is built mostly on the power of the vibration of love, because it's the spirit world's love for us, the medium's openness to it, and the recipient's love for the person in spirit, all three of us, you know, the medium's in between, but he's not the loving person, it's the love between the two, the spirit person and the person wanting to make the contact. The medium is the medium, the means of making it happen. And by all of us lifting our vibration, we're able to give some proof when the spirit can communicate with the medium and pass that message on to the recipient. That's why mediumship needs to always be done with an open heart. You know, it has to be done that way. If you start getting some skeptic, armoured person that's saying, right now I'm going to test you, I'm going to do the James Randi test on you and all this sort of stuff, that's breaking the energy immediately. It can't work like that. It has to be done by lifting our vibration, by being on that level of love in particular. And that's why telepathy, for example, works between people that love each other. That's why lovers will share the same thought and finish each other's sentences and things, because it's much easier for the vibrations to connect on that high level. It can happen also on a lower level. I mean, if someone really hates you, you might feel a kick in the stomach from that person's bad vibration. So what I'm saying basically is that everything out there, everything that exists in this world and the next, is all about vibration. And if we can learn to connect with vibration, that's how we make our communications with the spirit world. Anyway, I could go on and on and on, and I'll probably talk about this in more depth at other times in different aspects of it. But it's all about vibration. And so, you know, I do this work as a spirit communicator, as a medium. And as you've probably seen from the adverts on this video, Jane and myself are going to be at the theatre soon. So if you want to see mediumship in action, you want to see how a medium will communicate with the spirit world, how we get evidence and proof, how we are able to, you know, not just give basic things, obvious things, but be able to give names and thoughts and stories and nicknames and all sorts of stuff that comes through from the spirit. Then we can see how the power of vibration is such a fantastic thing that can give us absolute undying proof that the spirit world exists. Anyway, I'm going on now, but hopefully that's of interest to you. Vibration. So if you've got any comments, please put them below. I'm sure lots of other mediums watch this channel now, so I'm always really interested in your thoughts as well. You know, and if I missed something there, you know, vibrations, you know, how does it affect your life? So write some comments about it. I'd like to know what you think. And don't forget, follow this channel, because I try to produce these videos as much as I can, and I'm doing them weekly, and you know, I love the interactions from all you guys too. Alright, thanks for watching, see you next time.